It all started on a cold evening in Seattle, when Ethan Brooks, a 29-year-old waiter, walked into his shift at the Golden Leaf, a fancy restaurant often filled with business elites, CEOs, and wealthy socialites. Ethan wasn't rich. He was the opposite, quiet, humble, hard-working, trying to save enough to pay off his late mother's medical bills. He never complained. He worked double shifts, stayed polite to everyone, and always believed respect didn't care about the size of your wallet. But not everyone thought that way. That night, a woman walked in wearing a designer coat, shining jewelry, and sunglasses even though the sun had already set. Her name was Victoria Hale, known around town not for kindness, but for her temper. People whispered that she inherited her fortune and treated everyone else like they were beneath her. When she sat down, she snapped her fingers at Ethan with the sharpness of someone used to owning the world. "You," she pointed. "Water. No ice. And don't make me wait." Ethan nodded calmly. "Of course, ma'am." But she didn't stop. When he returned with the water, she didn't even look at him. "You took too long. I don't know why they hire people like you. Slow. Clumsy. Probably barely educated." The diners nearby froze. A couple turned to look, shocked by her tone. Ethan felt his chest tighten, anger, embarrassment, sadness, but he swallowed it. His mother always told him, "Ethan, kindness is a language only the strong understand." So he simply replied, "I'm sorry for the wait, ma'am. I'll do my best." But she laughed. "Your best? Please. People like me deserve better service." Ethan still didn't respond. He kept serving table after table, smiling, working with dignity. But Victoria wasn't done trying to break him. When he brought her meal, she pushed the plate back so hard it almost fell. "This food is cold. Do you even know how to do your job?" Ethan checked, and the plate was steaming. She was lying just to humiliate him. People were beginning to film. One man whispered, "Why isn't he snapping back?" Another said, "This is too much." But Ethan just took the plate and said softly, "I'll get you a fresh one." Victoria smirked, pleased she was getting attention. She raised her voice even louder. "Honestly, how do people like you survive? Look at you, cheap clothes, cheap job. Probably a nobody." That word hit hard. Nobody. Ethan felt something break inside. But before he could speak, something unexpected happened. From the corner table, a tall, older man stood up. He had silver-streaked hair, calm eyes, and a presence that made everyone go silent. No one realized that this man was Daniel Cooper, one of the most respected restaurant investors on the West Coast, and he quietly owned 40% of the Golden Leaf. He walked toward Victoria's table with a slow, steady confidence. "Ma'am," he said, "I've been watching you insult this young man for the last 10 minutes. You've called him names, lied about your food, and tried to humiliate him in front of everyone." The entire restaurant turned their heads, holding their breath. Victoria crossed her arms. "And who are you supposed to be?" Daniel smiled politely. "Someone who believes character matters more than wealth." Then he gestured to Ethan. "And this young man has shown more character in the past 10 minutes than you have your entire evening." Victoria's face reddened instantly. "Are you seriously defending a waiter?" Daniel nodded. "Yes. A waiter who treats people with more respect than you treat yourself." Then he turned to the room. "Ladies and gentlemen, let it be known, no amount of money can hide a rotten heart." The restaurant erupted in murmurs. Some applauded softly. Victoria stood up, furious. "This is ridiculous. I spend thousands here." Daniel didn't flinch. "And starting today, you will spend nothing here. You're banned from this restaurant." A gasp traveled across the room. Ethan froze, shocked. "Sir, you don't have to." I do, Daniel said firmly. Kindness deserves protection. Victoria shouted something unintelligible, grabbed her purse, and stormed out as the entire restaurant watched in stunned silence. When the doors closed behind her, applause filled the room. Some stood. Some called out Ethan's name. For the first time that night, he smiled, not out of pride, but relief. Daniel placed a hand on Ethan's shoulder. Son, the world needs more people like you. How long have you been working here? 3 years, Ethan said quietly. And your dream? Ethan hesitated. I want to start my own small cafe one day. Something simple. A place my mom would have loved. Daniel nodded with a proud smile. Then we should talk. I like helping people who earn it. Ethan blinked. I don't understand. Daniel pulled out a card. Come see me tomorrow. I want to hear your business idea. Maybe we can build that cafe together. The restaurant erupted again, but this time with real warmth, hugs from coworkers, claps from diners, smiles from strangers who had been watching the story unfold right before their eyes. That night, Ethan walked home under the Seattle lights with tears in his eyes, not from pain, but from hope. He realized something powerful: no insult, no humiliation, no cruelty could define who he was. His kindness didn't make him weak. It made him stronger than people like Victoria would ever understand. And when he finally opened his small cafe a year later, with Daniel as his business partner, he named it The Kind Cup. The walls were decorated with messages about humanity, kindness, and the strength it takes to stay gentle in a world that often forgets to be. People came not just for the coffee, but for the reminder that no matter how someone treats you, your response defines you, not them. And if you're still watching this video right now, remember this: kindness is not a sign of weakness.